Oh boy. We have another article from Variety on Ezra Miller. Now, up until this point, since the last video I made, there were a lot of accusations made against the actor, and especially for potentially grooming a young woman now who was underage at the time. Um, but again, we're getting refuting reports suggesting that a lot of different things. So I never wanted to make a video coming to any sort of conclusion about Ezra Miller, but um, this is the absolute latest, just dropped right before I started making these series of videos. But it says here, I'm going to read it to you and react to it out loud. So, Ezra Miller accused of harassing women in Germany and Iceland. Choking victim breaks her silence. Oh, the choking victim breaks her silence. Oh my gosh. What are we going to learn in this article? Okay. So let me just make sure that you guys can see this here. Um, Here we go. Okay. So it says in the spring of 2020, as the COVID crisis was rapidly becoming a global pandemic, Ezra Miller began wearing out their welcome in Iceland. The actor, best known for portraying DC superhero Flash in several films for Warner Brothers, was set to start filming the studio's latest entry, the Harry Potter franchise, Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, which was the worst movie out of the whole Wizarding World series. Oh my gosh. Anyways, in London, when the shoot was halted in 2020 due to COVID, in the weeks after, Miller, who identifies as non binary and uses they, them pronouns, became regular at bars in Iceland's capital, Reykjavik. Reykjavik, sorry if I mispronounced that. Well, locals came to know and even befriend them. Many recognize Miller from their earliest breakout movies, Perks of Being a Wallflower, a great movie. We need to talk about Kevin, where they played a troubled teen who brought a bow and arrow to school and murdered his classmates. Didn't see that one. Anyways, let me just kind of, you guys can check out the article on Variety. I want to see. Okay, here we go. Um, so this person Rainier, Carlos Rainier, said he interviewed in two altercations, intervened in two altercations involving Miller. The first was heated argument between Miller and a male patron that began as banter, but ended in the actor putting the man in a chokehold and later slapping him. Rainier, who broke up the fight, says Miller later apologized, and the other patron quickly shrugged it off as a joke. The actor was allowed to continue frequenting the bar. Wow. That happens. That happens. It definitely happens with some of my boys. I mean, I don't know if I ever choked any of my homies, but kind of crazy. Anyways, let's see what else. We just brushed it off as two friends getting drunk, getting in a fight. Yeah, that definitely happens. It's Iceland. It's what happens twice a weekend. But in the next altercation, in which Miller assaulted a young woman at the bar, was harder to discount. The incident grabbed global headlines when footage of Miller placing a woman in a chokehold and pushing her to the ground went viral online in early April 2020. Sorry, I don't have my glasses, guys. Soon after the incident, Variety spoke with the woman Miller assaulted. She recently confirmed that her comments could be printed for this article. She asked to remain anonymous out of concern for her privacy, and she's telling her story publicly for the first time. Crazy. In the blurry video, Miller is seen confronting the woman who's smiling and waving at her, waving her arms as she walks towards them and asking, "Do you want to fight? Is this what you do?" After Miller grabs her neck, she lets out an audible gasp. The person filming the video stopped to intervene. Variety has confirmed. According to three sources, the woman had been speaking to Miller at the bar prior to the quarrel. She said she inquired about the actor's feet, visible in flip flops, after noticing some wounds, which Miller explained were battle scars from a fight. After discussing how they got them, she began to walk away, but turned around and joked, "But just so you know, I could take you in a fight," Miller replied. "You really want to fight?" And the woman told him to meet her in the smoking area in 2 minutes. Uh, Eventually, Miller confronted her outside the bar. "I think it's just fun and games," but then it wasn't. Um, it's a sentiment echoed by another woman, Nadia. She requested that only her first name be used out of concern for her privacy, who alleges an interview with Variety um, that after a warm 2 year friendship with Miller, mostly via text message, the actor came to her in Berlin apartment late one evening in February 2022. At her invitation. They hadn't seen each other since they had consensual sexual encounter in 2020. But after a friendly interaction, Miller's mood sharply turned when she told them that they couldn't smoke inside her home. Just That just set them off. Nadia said, I asked them to leave about 20 minutes, maybe more. They started insulting me. I'm a transphobic piece of shit, a Nazi. It became so stressful for me. They were going around my house looking at everything, touching everything, spreading tobacco leaves on the floor. It felt disgusting and very intrusive. After roughly half an hour of pleading, Nadia said she finally convinced Miller to leave once she called the police. The incident left her deeply disturbed. While she is clear that she never felt at risk of sexual assault that night in her apartment, she believed the actor could somehow attack me physically. I totally felt unsafe, she said. Five people, two friends, a woman's rights advocate, a German social worker, and Nadia's German lawyer told Variety they spoke with Nadia soon after her alleged encounter with Miller and corroborated her account. In April, Nadia filed a criminal complaint about her experience, which Variety has confirmed with German state prosecutor's office in Berlin, which prosecutor was investigating a charge of trespassing against Miller, and their office says that it has discontinued its proceedings since the actor is no longer in Germany. Oh my gosh, dude. This is all stuff we didn't know. Just over a month after her alleged encounter with Miller, Nadia saw news reports the actor had been arrested half a world away in Hawaii for disorderly conduct and harassment after another turbulent incident at a bar in May. TMZ released body cam video of Miller's arrest in Hawaii, in which the actor records much of the encounter for, they say, NFT crypto art. In the video, they also say a patron at a bar declared himself as a Nazi and accused a police officer of touching their penis during a search. Nadia realized that she wasn't alone in her experience with the actor. It seems to be a pattern. They jet set abuse. Wow. So there was a second arrest. I'm gonna forward this, you guys. Okay, here. No, actually, I can't forward this. So here's the second thing that was big. So throwing a chair at a woman, hitting the forehead. The actor additionally has had two protection orders placed against them. The first, as a report by the Los Angeles Times, was by parents of a now 18-year-old from Standing Rock Indian Reservation in North and South Dakota, who claimed Miller manipulated their daughter when she was between the ages of 12 and 18. The second was by parents of a current 12-year-old in Massachusetts that involves an incident that occurred just days before their alleged confrontation with Nadia in Berlin. Wow, I didn't know about the 12-year-old. What is this? Oh my gosh, Ezra Miller. In a story about the latter incident, Daily Beast reported that Miller allegedly got into aggressive confrontation with the Greenfield, Massachusetts family over the mother's casual reference to her tribe, and Miller's claim that the board game Parcheesi appropriates Rastafarian culture. At one point, Miller allegedly revealed a gun and said to a family member, talking like that could get you really in serious situation. Man, these are all accusations, but man, it doesn't look good for Ezra. In June, a Rolling Stone story alleged that Miller has been housing a mother of her three young children at her Vermont farm amid unsafe living conditions, which unsecured guns scattered around the expansive property. The mother told Rolling Stone that Miller helped her escape an abusive marriage. So again, there's some of the things that I was talking about earlier where people were refuting what was being reported. Now, as for Miller's future as a movie star, it's unclear whether they will continue to perform as the Scarlet Speedster in future projects, but Warner Brothers is still committed to releasing its $200 million budgeted tentpole The Flash in theaters in June 2023, according to sources with knowledge of the projected film. Say it simply costs too much for the studio to scrap entirely, and reshooting with the new actor in Miller's role is simply cost prohibitive. Because the actor is virtually in every scene, the film likely can't generate the revenues needed to turn a profit with a robust theatrical run. So putting the movie directly on HBO Max is also unlikely. All eyes are on Warner Brothers, however, now continues to navigate the choppy waters surrounding Miller. The studio already had to downplay the actor's involvement in Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore, which opened in theaters in April. Whoo, man. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article. It is a lengthy article, guys. All I can say now is, oh my gosh. If I was WB, yeah, I got to admit now, I asked you guys in a previous video, maybe a few weeks ago now, what would you guys do in WB's position? I'll tell you this. I'm releasing the movie. I don't know how I'm going to do the press for this movie with Ezra Miller and all these crazy situations. Again, some of them may be warranted, all these allegations, some of them may not. But given the pattern and, we got the parents of these children accusing, Ezra Miller, no matter what, there's no way you can continue with Ezra Miller. I love I'm sorry if I'm using the pronouns wrong. I love their portrayal as Barry Allen, the Flash. Zack Snyder's Justice League, amazing. The little clip in BVS, those movies, those literally had the hairs on my forearm standing up. But business wise, I don't know how you continue with them in the future after this movie. I mean, we'll see what happens, but we've seen crazy stuff happen with actors, and if they do continue with them, he's gonna need to address this for sure. But as of right now, it doesn't look good, guys. And luckily, I mean, this is probably one of the big reasons they're pushing the movie so far. Outside of a potential tragedy that they suffered, I keep mispronouncing all the pronouns. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys keep Ezra Miller in the future? There's only one choice in terms of making money back. There's no way they can reshoot it or scrap it. Are you guys going to see The Flash in theaters with Ezra Miller? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.